Alright, imagine this. Mercedes is getting ready to refresh the S-Class for 2026, and if you're someone who loves luxury cars even casually, this one is genuinely exciting. The S-Class has always been Mercedes' way of saying, this is what the future looks like, and from everything we're seeing so far, the 2026 model is shaping up to do exactly that again, just in a quieter, smarter, more confident way. Now, at first glance, you might think, okay, it's another S-Class, how different can it really be? But the more you look, the more you notice how Mercedes has evolved the design rather than reinvented it. The overall shape is still elegant and low-slung, but it feels cleaner and more purposeful. The front end looks sharper, with slimmer headlights and a grille that's a bit more sculpted, giving the car a stronger presence without being flashy. It's not trying to scream for attention, it's doing that very Mercedes thing where it just looks expensive. Around the sides, the lines are smoother, almost flowing, and the proportions feel just right. This car looks like it's gliding even when it's parked. And at the back, the taillights are more refined, with a modern light signature that instantly tells you this is the latest generation. It's familiar, but fresher, like Mercedes carefully polished something that was already great. Now let's talk about what's under the hood, because this is where things really get interesting. Mercedes is clearly leaning harder into hybrid power for the 2026 S-Class. Don't worry, this isn't about turning the S-Class into some boring eco-experiment. The goal here is smoother power, better efficiency, and that effortless surge of acceleration the S-Class is known for. Expect a lineup of hybrid-assisted engines that deliver strong performance without feeling aggressive or noisy. The car should glide silently through city streets on electric power when it can, then seamlessly bring in the engine when you want to cruise on the highway or pass someone with ease. It's all about refinement. You don't feel the system working, you just feel the car responding exactly how you expect it to. And yes, performance lovers, there will still be plenty of power. This is still a flagship Mercedes, after all. The acceleration will be smooth and confident rather than dramatic, but when you need it, the S-Class will move like it always has, effortlessly and without breaking a sweat. One thing that might surprise some people is the subtle push toward better all-road capability. Now, this isn't an SUV, and Mercedes isn't pretending it is. But with available all-wheel drive, adaptive suspension, and improved ride height control, the 2026 S-Class should be more capable on rough roads, snow, and less than perfect surfaces. Think poorly maintained city streets, long winter drives, or that gravel driveway to a luxury resort. It's not about off-roading for fun, it's about confidence and comfort no matter where you're driving. The suspension, in particular, is expected to be even smarter than before. The car reads the road ahead, adjusts itself in real time, and basically floats over bumps. Past S-Class models were already incredible at this, and the 2026 version looks set to raise that bar again. You don't drive the S-Class so much as you arrive in it. Now, step inside, because this is where the S-Class really reminds everyone why it's the benchmark. The interior is expected to feel even more like a luxury lounge than a car cabin. Mercedes is refining the layout rather than changing it completely, focusing on better materials, cleaner design, and smarter tech integration. The screens are still a big part of the experience, but they feel more natural now, less like giant tablets slapped on and more like part of the car's design. The system should be faster, more intuitive, and better at anticipating what you want. Climate controls, navigation, music, seat settings, it's all designed to be simple and smooth, not distracting. The seats, as always, are going to be a highlight. Think plush cushioning, endless adjustments, heating, cooling, massage, and even subtle posture support on long drives. Rear seat passengers, especially, are going to feel like they're in first class. This is the kind of car where the back seat is just as important as the driver's seat, if not more. Ambient lighting is expected to be more customizable and immersive, creating an atmosphere that changes depending on your mood or time of day. Combine that with near-silent cabin insulation and an upgraded sound system, and you start to understand why people say the S-Class is one of the best places to be on four wheels. When it comes to pricing, let's be honest, this is not going to be cheap. The S-Class never has been. Expect the 2026 model to sit firmly in the premium luxury category, with a starting price that reflects its flagship status. And once you start adding options, bigger wheels, upgraded interiors, advanced tech packages, that number climbs quickly. But here's the thing, People who buy the S-Class aren't just buying a car. They're buying comfort, prestige, and the latest Mercedes technology all wrapped into one. Compared to past models, the 2026 S-Class offers more standard features, better efficiency thanks to hybrid tech, and an even smoother ride. So while the price may be higher, the value proposition actually makes sense in this segment. Looking back at older S-Class generations really puts this into perspective. The S-Class has always been about quiet evolution. Each generation improves the ride, refines the design, and introduces tech that eventually trickles down to other Mercedes models. The 2026 version continues that tradition. It doesn't abandon what made the S-Class great, it just sharpens it. Compared to older models, this one feels more focused on serenity and intelligence rather than flashy innovation. It's less about showing off and more about making every drive feel effortless. And honestly, that feels very on-brand for where luxury cars are heading. So, if you're someone who appreciates understated elegance, cutting-edge comfort, and that unmistakable Mercedes presence, the 2026 S-Class is definitely one to watch. It's shaping up to be a car that doesn't try to impress you, it just does. And that's kind of the magic of the S-Class, isn't it?